gents. And thank you, awesome. And thank you, Farah, for setting everything up and putting everything in proper place, so we can have a good meeting this evening. Anyone who's not on mute, please put yourselves on mute. All right, until I mentioned we should be doing our roll call, etc. So, with that being said, good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I welcome everybody back. Committee members, welcome back to January 2026, our first Commerce Committee meeting of the year, and I'm very excited about 2026 and what we are going to do as a committee. Not that 2025 was nothing to sneeze at, but you know we got a lot of stuff that we want to try and get through this year. So definitely looking forward to 2026. And my name, for those who don't know, which I think everybody does know by now, I'm the chair. My name is Hassan Bakrdeen, and I'd like to officially call the meeting order to at 7. Well, it's now 7:05, so let's call the meeting to order at 7:05. And if you'll be so kind, everyone, to unmute yourselves and identify who you are for the record, I would appreciate it. Again, I'll start. My name is Hassan Bakrdeen, Chair of the Commerce Committee. And next up,
Sonia Clark, Committee member.
All right. Next up,
Cheryl Saunders, Committee member.
all right, Cheryl. Okay.
George State, Committee member.
All right.
Jolanda Jackson.
Okay.
Go
Who's going
ahead.
first? Who's going first? Okay.
I'll go. Okay, Marguerite Deliante, board member, committee member.
Okay. Who's next?
Jolanda Jackson, community member.
All right. Great. I think that's it so far. And of course, ADM Farah, could you please unmute yourself and
Good evening, everyone. This is Notion Farah, the Assistant District Manager for CD17. It's a pleasure to be with you guys tonight, and I hope you have a great meeting.
Great, thank you so much. And we're going to start officially as a meeting, you know, because we didn't want to hold it up any longer. People are probably going to be logging in, so they'll just catch us on the fly. But thank you guys for doing the roll call. I appreciate that. I'm going to go right into the third item because we are on the third item of our agenda, which is the chairperson's report. And so there are a few things that I need to go up with you guys. One, I'll do two things. Well, there are three things actually. One, I attended the 25th anniversary for Footprints Cafe restaurant, which is on Clarendon Road. I don't know if that's the original Footprints restaurant. They had reached out and said they were doing an impromptu celebration of the 25th anniversary, and actually they're going to be celebrating all month, from what I understand, from Mr. Robert Gordon. So it was wonderful actually to participate in that event. Place was packed and people were there, and I thought it was great. They actually did a lot and celebrated the employees who obviously made or helped make Footprints Restaurant at that particular location, and also they had other employees from their other restaurants, like in Coney Island and Nostrand Avenue and all of that. So they were there as well. But it was a celebration of employees. I mean, that's just how Mr. Gordon operates. I mean, he's had some people at his restaurant. I think the longest he mentioned was 18 years, which is amazing, you know. And for him to be in business for 25 years, Black-owned business, by the way, says a lot. You know, so you know, I have to tell you, I was impressed, and I'm still impressed by his commitment to building businesses that help to employ Black people as well as people in the community. And he's done a great job at doing that. He's continuing to open up new businesses as well. I think he's got a location he's working on. I understand. I think it's in Long Island City. So I was very happy to be there as well. But that was a great event, and so look out for any celebratory things that they're going to be doing for this entire month, because they're going to celebrate. That's their flagship restaurant, actually. That's the one that launched Footprints. It's the home of the Rasta Pasta and the whole idea. All right, so I just wanted to mention that. Secondly, I wanted to talk about the Small Business Expo very quickly. We were supposed to have the Small Business Expo, ladies and gentlemen, this month. It was supposed to be on January 27th. There was a conflict with Councilmember Lewis's things that she was doing, and I believe the Brooklyn Chamber had some stuff that they were doing. So to give us a bit more time, and rather than have it just do a sort of a rush job, we think it's better to actually have this event towards the end of February, which is great because it is Black History Month as well. And if we squeeze it in, perhaps maybe the last week of February, that would be good. So my thought is to do it on February 24th, and I'll confirm that date with February 24th or February 25th. Either of those dates would be good. But I'll reach out to the YMCA just to confirm that, and that'll be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And
Is it
just
supposed to be a physical event?
yes, it is a physical event. And just as and who's that speaking, by the way?
Linda Guest. I was here to try to promote my CPR business, the Preservatory LLC. I was invited to come today.
Fantastic, great. Glad you're here. But hold on
Thank
to
you.
that, because I'll give you an opportunity to be able to speak, Linda, okay? Thank you so much as well. So yes, so it is going to
Thank you.
be, yes, ma'am. It is going to be an in-person event. It's one that we are, and I'll tell you who our partners are on this. It's Councilmember Farah Lewis's office. We have the New York Small Business Services. We also have the Brooklyn Chamber, the Flatbush Junction Bid, and Little Haiti BK. Those are the organizations that will be helping to partner with this event. And of course, there'll be tables that they'll have, and we're also hoping to invite some of our restaurants to display their signature dish. Maybe, if anybody want to, if some of the people who come to this event, they want to know a little bit more about some of the restaurants in the community, this is a way of being able to do that. And we'll have music and some other things. So hopefully we want to give ourselves a little bit more time, and also promote more of our vendors, because we do want vendors there as well. And we're looking for young entrepreneurs as well to attend. Not that we don't want our regular older entrepreneurs, but we also want to have some young entrepreneurs as well. So we, have that also. So just wanted to mention that. And we do have if anybody knows the Flatbush YMCA, last year when we did this, we were relegated to the smaller room downstairs on the first floor. This year we have the gym, so which gives us a lot more room, a lot more flexibility, etc. So just wanted to mention all of that. So all right, so that's that. And any questions on that before I move on to the next thing? Okay, good. So the other thing I wanted to mention is we were looking at doing the small business, the business networking breakfast, which we usually do in March. Usually we do it like early March, that kind of thing. But in light of the fact that we're doing, we have to push our small business expo in February, we should probably push the business networking breakfast maybe sometime in April, maybe first or second week of April. So we're working that out. And we're looking at Skinny Downstate as a potential vendor for that. I'm sorry, potential venue for that location as well. So I'll keep you guys occupied on that. But that is something that we'll be talking about during our small, our subcommittee will be talking about that in addition to some other things. So just wanted to mention that. And I think right now that is, oh no, that's not it. We're still doing we have our small business spotlight that we're doing for January. So we'll be getting that out as well. and then we'll be also putting out our newsletter that we also put out. Generally, it goes out with the newsletter for the community board, but we're going to get that out as well. So just to kind of let you know also. All right. Any questions on that? Okay, great. Hearing none, that's wonderful. So with that being said, I did want to acknowledge that there have been people who have joined since we took our roll call. So for those folks who have not were not here during the roll call, please unmute and identify yourself for the record.
My name is Linda Guest. I own the Preservatory LLC. I was not here for roll call.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next.
Tawa Barkare.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Tawa, T-A-W-A.
Oh, Tawa. Sorry, Tawa. I could barely hear you. And Happy New Year to you, by the way.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else?
Bree DeCosta.
Hey, Bree. How are you? Happy New Year, by the way.
Good evening.
Good evening. Awesome. Okay, great. So just wanted to mention all of that. And that ends sort of my report for now. I did want to mention one last thing before I move off of that. We still need to do the walkthrough on the Clarendon Road corridor, which we had not gotten a chance to do. And I don't think Hazel's on the call. Yeah, he's not on the call. We were trying to see if we can squeeze that in for January. So hopefully that's something that we'll be able to do, but we'll see. Sonia, have you spoken to Hazel about that, or has she mentioned anything to you about that?
No, not as yet. As a matter of fact, I was away for the last couple of weeks. I only came back
Okay.
Thursday, so I haven't spoken to her yet.
Okay, cool, no problem. Because I think I called her, and I didn't get her either, so she might even been away. You know,
Yeah.
all this cold weather.
No,
I don't blame her.
Right.
she's recovering from surgery. She
She is. What happened?
she had back surgery, so she's recovering from.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna definitely call her
yeah, me
just
too.
to see, just check on her. I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, good. Well, thank you, George, for that. I appreciate it. Okay, great. So with that being said, I'm going to move off of my chairperson's report and try and see if we have quorum for the next item on our agenda, which is the approval of our minutes for December 2025. So first of all, I guess the first question I always ask is, first of all, did y'all get the minutes? And the second question to ask, if you did get the
Yeah.
minutes, did you read?
I got them and I read them.
Okay. Would I have to, do I assume that everybody else has received them and read them? This is committee members?
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. Sounds good. I don't think that we have from this evening, right? I'm looking at the, yeah, I'm looking at this. I don't, Farah, could you confirm for me, but I don't think we have quorum, so we really can't.
Yeah, we definitely don't have
Yeah,
quorum, yeah.
we definitely don't have quorum. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so we'll have to table that, all right, until
In the meantime, though, I just
you
have a
know.
question on the minutes. The last
Yes,
roll
ma'am.
call, I see there were telephone numbers instead of names. Is it possible that those people can be identified and put their names, like the full list, so that we know who we're? Yes. Sorry.
So whenever I do roll call, whenever roll call is done and names are called out, even if it just shows up as a phone number, I go back and I change it. But
Okay.
those particular members never introduced themselves, or and when they spoke, they just spoke. They never said, my name is blah. And because of that, I wasn't able to add the name. Normally, like, for example, Miss Turner, she always has a phone number, but I add her name to the thing. It's just that they never introduce themselves.
Right. And I know that last month, Detective Skinner was actually on the line. It's crazy as it sounds. He actually was on the line because he told me that he told me verbatim a lot of the things that we were talking about. So I was like, well, if you were on the line, he said, but he couldn't unmute himself wherever he was, so he wasn't able to let us know that he was there, because he was prepared to be able to talk about the 67 precinct and the new commander and the whole thing, but he wasn't able to, you know, unmute. So and generally it's usually I know Detective Pierre is also usually on that call too, but he's actually out on disability, I think, just for he had some surgery or something for his leg, so he's recovering and we'll be back at the end of the month. So so yeah. But okay, but that makes sense. So that's why I wanted to make sure that everybody identified themselves this evening, you know, because it's important that we you know, have that, you know, have that's on record. All right, great. Was that the only thing you mentioned? That was it, right, Sonia?
Yes, that was it.
All right, cool. Great. So we have to table the,
Hassan,
yes, sir.
yeah. Oh, we're still on the minutes? No, I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you have something,
no, I'll
George? Yeah,
wait.
sure.
Yeah, no, it was a quick question I forgot to ask. You know, for the business network, are we inviting like the new cannabis businesses
Yeah.
also? Just curious. Okay.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I mean, the okay. So the way that I mean, if anybody who's been in the gym, we have a lot of room there. So we do have a lot of room. We just need the YMCA has the number of tables. So we just need to let them know how many people that we'd like to, you know, invite. So yeah, I mean, ideally, we'd want to definitely have some vendors there, and if we could have tables all around that gym, that would be fantastic. To be quite honest with you.
Oh, okay, because yeah, my point is that we have to make sure, because since we're gonna have vendors displaying their products, I don't know if it would be appropriate for them to bring any sample products.
Oh, you're talking about samples? No, I don't think that we
Yeah,
would want them to bring
right,
samples. No,
exactly.
I
So
definitely don't think we want them to bring samples.
no,
But
so we have to let them know. Yeah,
yeah, but we would certainly, if they, you know, if they were interested in being there, and it's about, you know, information and that kind of
yes.
thing, and you know, that's perfect. But you know, samples, no, we kind of draw the line at that, I think.
Yeah, because that's
And I
one
think,
thing that we
yeah,
may. Because if we're sending the letters out to the businesses, you know,
sure.
and they may bring in their you know samples, we have to make sure that
Yeah,
there's a separate letter for the
yes,
cannabis
sir.
dispensers.
Oh, absolutely. As I completely agree, because we want to make sure that it's a bit more strict. Because I do not want somebody coming in taking some samples and fall down the stairs
Right.
from the gym all the way there, because some stairs are treacherous too, you know. And
Yeah.
there's two flights of them. I think is a real long one, it's a
Yes.
steep one going up, and then there's that second level too. So we don't want
Yeah.
that. So I agree with you. Good point. Thank you, by the way. And I'm making a note of that also, just as a rule, just so we have it. Okay, great. Any other lasting questions on that? All right, cool. So now, with that being said, the next items on our agenda are SLA applications, and I will just go down the list. Is there any representatives from Woodsy LLC on the line? Okay. Anyone from Island Suite 4112 LLC? Nope. Okay. Any Major Manor LLC? Nope. Island Thieves Lounge
I'm sorry, did you
LLC?
call the Preservatory LLC?
No. The Preservatory. No, these are SLA applications, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, these are SLA applications. And right. So Island Seas Lounge LLC. Going once, going twice. Okay. And then how about Clarkson Loft LLC? No? All right. So what it looks as if, ladies and gents, or I should say lady and gent, that none of the businesses are available this evening, at least not yet anyway. Yeah, none of the businesses are on this call tonight. Uh, Farah, I know you mentioned that two of those businesses confirmed with their representative. Do you remember first of all, which representative confirmed on behalf of which business?
They have, I think it was like the one that was called Manor and one of the Island Seas one. They're
Okay.
represented by an Antonio, and the last name is Italian. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Okay.
he said that he was interested in coming. So,
Interested in coming. It's a part of it's a requirement for him
well,
to
like
come.
he was gonna come, and he confirmed the business, like that he was gonna come. That he's gonna come.
Okay. Well, they're not here yet. All right. So we will. Okay. No problem. So what I will do, in the interest of time, and we do have a young lady here, Miss Linda Guess, who is on tonight. She has a quick presentation before we move on our agenda. But go right ahead, Miss Linda Guess. You can unmute yourself, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, my name is Linda Guess. I am a woman-owned business in NYC, and I own a CPR business. And it's not going to take long. This is my flyer. If anybody's interested in having a digital copy, I guess you can drop your email in the chat, and I'll email you a digital copy of my flyer so you can see whether or not my services are best for you. But I deliver first aid, CPR, and AED classes, basic life support, child and babysitting safety, and things like that. So if anybody is in need of those types of services and classes, definitely drop your email in the chat, and we'll talk when we talk. So thank you for your
Okay.
time. Thank you for letting me talk.
Okay, I dropped my email in there, so you could send me the flyer and I can get it out to the entire committee. It's not a problem. Okay. So you mentioned, Linda, that you are that you have these services for CPR. Where are you located? I mean, is it a specific location that you are? And
My virtual office is in Albany, but I'm
Okay.
down here in Brooklyn, and I service
Okay.
the Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. So those are my 4 boroughs that I service.
Okay. Great. Okay. Committee members, do you guys have any questions for Ms. Guess? No questions? I'm very surprised. Going once, going twice. Okay, great. Well, Miss Guess, I mean, what I think you should do tomorrow night we have our general board meeting, right? It's always at SUNY Downstate. It's in person. It's an in-person meeting. Okay. And if you're here in New York, I believe the address is 395 Lenox Road, SUNY Downstate. I would invite you to come out and be able to talk about your business during our community session, so you can do that in person. Or what you could do is we do have there's a link that you can also be able to attend our community board meeting online. But Farah, I did want to clarify one thing. Will she, if she attended our meeting, will she be able to, um, be able to speak at the community board meeting if she's online? That was a question for Farah.
I'm sorry, my thing got disconnected. Can you just repeat
okay.
the question?
Sure. No, I guess my question was if Ms. Guest, if she was not able to attend in person at SUNY Downstate, will she be able to have an opportunity to be able to present online?
Ideally, you would come in person. It's up to the
Okay.
chair to make that discretion. I know that Mr. Daly is interested in coming into this meeting. So I'm gonna refer that to him when he comes and joins in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
He can make
Great.
that determination. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I
Fine.
actually
That's
have
cool.
something tomorrow. I was supposed to attend a different community board meeting tomorrow. So
Well, Miss
depending on the days and the times of your community board meetings, it will determine whether I can show up.
Okay.
And Miss Guest, if we can't get a hold of you tomorrow, which is completely fine, you could always just email your flyer to me and I can include it in our newsletter.
I think I did email a flyer to you. My Gmail
I'm just gonna
was
put it in the chat again and, you know, just to get all of our bases covered. And Mr. Bakardine, I do see that Clarkson Loft is on the call.
Yes, hi.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Great. Okay. And who is okay, there we go. Clarkson Love. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Guest. I appreciate you coming and presenting, okay?
yes.
Absolutely.
Hassan,
Absolutely.
Hassan,
Yes,
before she
sir.
goes,
Yes.
I have my
Oh, George.
hands up. Yeah, I'm
Sorry, George.
sorry. Yes, Miss Cassie, you still there?
Yes.
Yes, my question, you mentioned Albany, and so my question is this part of a large operation that you're working under, or is it that you yourself have offices in Albany and in New York?
So yeah, it's a virtual office, and honestly, I was planning to move it to Brooklyn. I just needed to find a good registered agent because that's how the businesses work. That's how
Yes.
the formation of businesses work in New York. But again, I live in Brooklyn, and I service Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. So yeah, that's why I was promoting and trying to promote.
Okay, and then your services, if I understood correctly, includes teaching people the CPR, and you
Yes,
also
yeah. I issue certifications to those who pass.
okay, but you don't work like an EMS, if
No, I
someone
don't
needs
have any
CPR.
background. I don't have nursing background, AHA,
Yes,
or random people paramedic. I'm just a CPR instructor.
thank you very much.
All right.
Awesome. Great. Thank you again, Ms. Guest. I appreciate that. And George, thank you
Yeah,
for your
thank
question.
you.
Great. So it looks as if we have two of our businesses on the line from Major Manor LLC. Is that right, Ken Casamajor?
Yes.
Okay. And we also have the owner or representatives from Clarkson Loft, right?
Yes, hi. I'm the owner.
Okay, great. And what's your name, if you don't
My
mind
name
me?
is Garina Ferron.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how do you spell Garina? I apologize.
It's Garina.
Okay. And Faron, F-A-R?
Fearon.
Fearon. And great. And Ken Casamajor, that's actually your name, right? For Major
Yes.
Manor. Okay, great. Mr. Casamajor, could you do me a favor? What we require from our business owners, and or representatives, whichever, to at least be on camera. So if you could be on camera, that would be great. So we could see who you are, and the committee could see who you are.
Sorry
And
about
thank you
that.
so much, sir. No problem. No problem at all. So I want to thank you guys for both being here this evening, and we will start with Major Manor, since that's the order I think that you guys came in. And what I want to kind of let the businesses know, what we'll end up doing is that please give us a presentation of your business. Okay, tell us all about who you are, what you've been doing. Assume that we know nothing about you, okay? Despite the fact that you may be here for a renewal, it doesn't matter. Please just tell us as if you're talking to us for the first time, and then the committee will certainly ask any questions as well, okay? And Mr. Casamajor, if you're speaking, we can't hear you, sir. So
Oh,
you have to
sorry.
unmute. It's all right.
Do I go first?
Yeah, you go first, sir. Go right ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ken Casamajor. I'm the owner of Major Manor, event space. So about the business, we host private events. We've been and Major Man had been in business since 2021, I believe. I've been part of the community. I'm 32 now, probably since I was like 15. My father actually owns the building. So before it was an event space, we were a beauty supply store. We were a 99-cent store. Um, as far as the event space, we do, like I said, private events. We do 316s, birthday parties. We've done wedding receptions. We've done communions. The pretty much most private intimate events that you think of. We don't go over, I think, 70 guests. Um, we this is our renewal now. We're doing a renewal now for a beer and wine license.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the business. Not only that, we just rent our space, we also do decor for the place for our events too. So we do like the full, like we offer like the whole full package, like the chairs, the tables, the backdrops, everything. So it's not like we're just renting the space, but we do offer like a full
Mm-hmm.
package for events for like anybody may be having.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. All right. Thank you for that. Is that it? Pretty much everything you want to mention about your business?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, we've done things for the community. If that, if that matters to you guys, we've done back to school events. We've done Thanksgiving drives. The only thing that we haven't done that we're working on doing next year is Christmas.
Okay.
But we've done these things every year.
Okay. Great.
I've I've had a relationship with. I've met him at the last meeting that I've been to. Sergeant Islam. He's pretty much on hand whenever, if I feel like it's needed. If I feel like, we need like police presence, or he's very hands-on with his phone, with texting and everything. So that's I think that's pretty much it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Okay, great. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate you sort of letting us know a little bit about your business. And committee members, this is an opportunity for you to be able to ask Mr. Major Casa Major any questions. So please, if you do have a question, this is the time to do that. Any questions, committee members?
Yeah, I have a few
Yeah, I
questions.
guess you can't see this. You can't see the hands, right?
I cannot see the hand, so George, you have to. I have
Okay.
to apologize. So my apologies. But go right ahead, sir.
Okay, Ms. Sanders, go ahead, and I'll go after you.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Excuse me, I didn't hear exactly where you located.
4613 Church Avenue.
Fifth Avenue?
Church Avenue.
Between what and what?
46 is Schenectady. Yeah, 46 is Schenectady.
Now, how do you
So you're not too
promote?
far from the Hills Restaurant, actually.
No, I think that's the
Thinking about
block. That's the block. That's the block over.
Mhm.
How do you promote the event space?
So I normally promote it through like our socials, our social medias, and like normally a lot of our bookings are returning clients.
And do you have any partnerships with any of the organizations in the community?
No. So when I do events, I try to get like the community affairs, but I think I was a little bit late. So what I do is I normally like post a flyer, say like it's a back to school, like I'll put it on the window. I'll put it like I'll pass it around in the community. I have my friends give it out, but that's how like I get around to the community with like, and I have family that lives in the community as well. So I let them know to pass the word along when we do have like those community giving events.
Yeah, it's good to get partnerships with organizations in the community and the churches, because they're always looking for space too.
We did have a situation, I believe, a little bit over a year ago where a church wanted to rent the space for a church service, but I guess it just never fell through when we were talking like
And I'm talking about the parishioners are always looking places for christenings or weddings or engagement.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something I want to get into is partnering with like organizations in the neighborhood to get familiar with more faces in the community board, or like people like that's in community affairs and stuff like that, So that's something I am interested in doing.
Yeah, and Farah, right? You have a newsletter and things that right? They could list their space. And how long you been since 2021?
Yeah, the event space been open since 2021.
Okay. All right, good. So any way we could help out, let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Saunders. And then we got Mr. Tate.
Yes, Ken, my name is George. My question is, you mentioned that you have the whole package. Does that mean that you handle the catering also, or?
So if my clients come, so we personally don't do the catering there. I have catering people that works with me that I refer my like clients to. So we focus as far as like the decoration, the decor aspect of it.
Okay, because let's say if someone wants to have like a repast or something like that, you could handle like the catering for them on all, everything, or okay. And do you also rent it out to people or to other organizations who have parties there, or just basically you do everything comes through you? Follow me?
Everything comes through me. I do have clients that do have like their own decorator or their own caterers or their own cake person, their own rental person, and I use my discretion based on events that they're doing to rent them the space.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, yeah,
Awesome.
and your operating hours?
We don't do events past 2 o'clock. An event should end at 1 a.m. Breakdown. So between 1 and 2 a.m. that's music is off at 1 and they're cleaning up to get out by 2.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Great.
That's another question I wanted to ask you. Who's responsible for the cleanup?
So I give the client an option. Whether they pay for us to clean, we have our cleaning crew come in, or they clean up before they leave. But we still have our guys come the next day to do like like the sharp cleaning, like the mopping and the wiping down. But like as far as them cleaning, they'll do the sweeping and stuff like that. But if they don't want to deal with that, they pay a cleaning fee and then we deal with everything.
Thank you.
No problem.
Great. Okay. Any other lasting questions? Oh, Dell has security. She says something about security, so I'm assuming that she's talking whether or not you do have security.
So before I was using security for like the younger parties, like Sweet 16s, and I started getting security for repasses, but now I'm requiring security for every single event because
Gotcha.
I realized, like, I remember I didn't get security for a repass, and there were like there was an argument between the family, and it's just like something that like I feel like just security for every event is necessary because you never know.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Okay. Any lasting questions for Mr. Casamayor, committee members?
Yes,
Somebody
I'm
has their
sorry.
hand.
Sorry, I
Okay.
came
I
in a
can't see
little
the hand,
late.
so my apologies. My apologies. Who's
It's
that,
me, Adele.
actually?
Adele.
Hey, Adele. What's up?
Yeah.
You had a question beyond
Yeah.
security?
Yeah.
Okay, go
I
right
came in
ahead.
a little late, but I want to find out about capacity.
Oh,
So,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, our space we consider intimate, so we don't do over like 70 people. We keep it capped at that.
Okay, thank
So
you.
when we offer the space with only 6 round tables, 70 chairs, and we keep it like at that.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, great. I don't see any other hands. Nobody else is. Nope, doesn't look like there's anybody else. Okay, Mr. Casamayor, thank you so much for that. Just hang out a little bit.
The police report, if there's any police report.
I'm going to get to that. I was just wanted to make sure that I didn't want him to go anywhere, so just hang out a second. What we do also, in addition to this exercise here, Mr. Casamayor, we always ask for what we call an incident report. The incident report is generally from the 67 precinct, and it gives us certainly we ask essentially, have there been any incidents at this location?
Nope.
And if there are any incidents, what they were. Okay. So in case, I'm just trying to pull up. Just want to pull up. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll pull up the incident because I have to read those anyway. Just a quick second. But yeah. So the idea is that again, the committee is privy to that information, and it helps us when we're looking and being able to look at businesses and that kind of thing, and how they interact and all of that. Just a second.
Gotcha.
It's like whenever you need to have something done, it takes forever. All right, let's see. This is just about ready to come open. Okay, so come on. Okay, here we go. So looking at this, let's see. Major matter. Okay, so on and we, like I said, we do the incident report is from January 16th, 2025 to January 16th, 2026. So it's a whole year, right? And there's only been one incident, a 1311 call for loud music, and the status of that is closed.
July.
Okay? So just to let you
July.
know, there was just one incident, and the status of that was
Wait,
closed.
on July 25th.
Alrighty. No. It doesn't give me exactly when it is, because all we do is ask for any incidents that happen within January 16th of 2025 to January 16th of 2026. And there's only been one incident. I don't think there's a date on it. At least I don't see a date on here. Yeah, it doesn't give me a date. 1311 call for loud music. So one night, maybe there was a party there, and one of the neighbors just called. But
No,
the status of it is closed, so it's not an open.
no, it's funny
not
'cause
open.
I didn't really operate in the summertime due to like refreshing and doing like stuff over in the venue. So that's why it's kind of a little restriction. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been anything. So these things happen. So okay, great. Well, thank you so much for that.
No problem.
And I'm going to move on. Oh, we have our chair. I want to give our chair, Mr. Roderick Daly, a moment to say a few words before I bring up Ms. Garina. So, Chair Daly, if you go right ahead, sir, and just unmute yourself.
Sorry. Good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, good evening.
Yes.
All right, so good evening, everyone. And just first of all, Happy New Year, Happy MLK, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for everything. Just highlighting that we are looking forward to doing a few things this year on overall, including having our events to the community and our partnership. And thank you, Ms. Saunders, for bringing that up. We're looking for organizations to continue partnership with, right? So if you have an organization, you want the board to be one of our partners or our sponsor or this, to help us and help you to work together to improve our community. So businesses, we're looking for strong partnerships with business building that connection, right? Building whatever we need to do to ensure that people know that Community Board 17 is very lively. I'm not sure if he's on, but Mr. Chair, can you look if there's a Habib Hashin on?
According to what I see here, there's nobody named Habib Hashura. Nobody's
Yeah,
there.
I know he said he was trying to get on.
Okay.
I've met with the owner. As a matter of fact, I just stopped there a couple of seconds and I gave him the link of Bojangles, the new business that's within our community, and he's looking forward to doing a lot of work within our community.
Sure.
So if you have you have companies or businesses that you want to build partnership with, Bojangles is a good start. I guess the food is great, apparently, because the lines are long and they have double drive-through lines.
Right.
And so I met with them a few times last week. And then I just briefly met with them today. So this year, one of our focus of the board is to building partnership, um, building partnership, business by business and block by block. So that is my focus this year for the board and what we plan to do. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to doing more of our openings, more of our spotlighting of our local businesses that is done through the Commerce Committee. And also, I'm taking the opportunity to invite everyone on the call to be in person. And many of you are there in person for our general board meeting, which will be held, which will be held tomorrow. I'm sorry. Usually, when there's a phone call, I get knocked out. Is everyone hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Be here.
All right. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Yeah. And so just tomorrow's our general board meeting at Downstate Hospital, which is where it is every month, every third Wednesday of every month. And also I'm inviting everybody to please, one, send your events to our board so we can highlight it in our constant contact. I think Ms. Saunders talked about that. Two, come to our general board meeting. And three, figure out and work together to see how we're going to partner to build a community board business by business, block by block. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate that. And thank you for being on the call as well. Well, great. Thank you. That's a good segue into our next presenter, which in this case, Ms. Karina Furman. Am I saying your last name right? First name right? If you're speaking, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. It's Karina Ferron.
Yes, Karina Ferron. There we go. So, Ms. Ferron, yes, you have the floor. Please present your business to us as if we've never heard you before. All right. Go right ahead.
Good evening. I am the owner of Clarkson Loft. It is located at 1019 Clarkson Avenue between 91st and 92nd Street. We've been in business since 2019. We've been serving the community ever since. Never had an issue with clients, much less the precinct never actually came to our venue and so forth. We serve repasts, birthday parties, corporate events. Most noticeable, Lauren Hill was there recently. She celebrated her niece's birthday party there. So that was a good look for us. And we also host Jamaica Mutual Bank there on some of their annual event. They tend to come to us. We host a lot of church events. We try to give them discount for the churches. When they do come to us, they have their banquet there, or they just have, just general brunch. They usually come to us there, and we offer them great discount for coming back. Most of our business is based off a returning client referral, and we advertise on Instagram and so forth. It is a great space for the community. It's a beautiful space, and a lot of our clients are majority returning clients, and that's about it for us.
Okay. All right. All right. Good. All right. Well, then that was short and sweet. Thank you very much. So I'm sure that the committee members have some questions. So
Absolutely.
This is a good time for the committee members to, in order, by the way, unmute yourself and be able to ask Ms. Karina some questions. Bree, go ahead. I think I see a hand from Bree now.
Good evening. I just wanted to know what the hours of operation are. And I did notice too that it looks like there may be an apartment adjacent to the business next door and maybe upstairs from your business as well. So I just wanted to know what the soundproofing was like, and also if you had a backyard and whether or not you utilize that for events as well, and if that has had any disruption to the neighbors.
We doesn't have a backyard. It's just a little alleyway back there. That's where the exit is, where we just usually put our mops and our cleaning supplies out there. It's a non-smoking event, so we always tell client if you want to do any smoking, you can't stand at the front of the venue. It's either you go to the back or try to control yourself for the 4 hours that you guys have the venue for. In terms of the apartment upstairs, it's an apartment, but I'm the one that I live in New Jersey, and when I do go to New York to oversee the event, I'm the one that stays upstairs. The place is soundproof, and there was something else you asked. So the back is not really a backyard. It's just a area where we put our cleaning supply, and that's where the exit is at as well. And if there's client that want to smoke, they have to go back there. They can't stay at the front. It's a no smoking venue, so they can't smoke inside there.
Thank
Okay,
you. I think you
You're
covered
welcome.
everything.
great. Any other lasting questions?
Yes, I have a
Mm.
Oh, who's
question.
that?
Go
Yes, go
ahead.
ahead.
Hello. Same question I had the other one. Capacity? Do
It's
they
a
have?
hundred. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do they have the inspection from the Department of the Fire Department, also in the Department of Buildings?
Yes, it's 100. We have 10 tables and 100 chairs, nothing more over that. We always have security, no matter what the event is, and usually have an annual device to check to see how many guests comes in. Most of the time, we tell the client, you have to give us a guest list because it's not we don't have pay parties or none of those things. There's family gathering, so they usually give us a list with all their guests, and we check off the guests that they allowed to come in. That was on their list.
Yes, and you said if people want to smoke, they have to go in the back, but
Ye-
wouldn't that disturb your neighbors also if their windows
Um,
open and they have to breathe it in?
yeah, there's no next door is an event space to the left.
Mhm.
Yes, but they don't use honest with you, we don't even have that incident where we send people really, really back there because it's not that kind of venue, and it's a little tiny way. 3 people cannot hold back there. It's just a passing, just in case if there's a fire emergency, that's where they exit to go outside. But we have to, the doors closed. It's a door that you can't hold it open. You have to let it go, and it just slam lock back there. So there's no noise or anything back there.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Great. Any other questions for Ms. Garino from the committee? Going once, going twice. Okay, that's gone. Well, I thank you very much, Ms. Garino, for going through the exercise of telling us about your business. We know a little bit more. And as I mentioned, as we did with Major Manor, wanted to see if there was any incidents at your location. And again, like I mentioned, that we asked the 67 precinct to provide us with any incidents for a year. Usually it starts from the date that we ask. In this case, it would be from January 16th of 2025 to January 16th of 2026. And according to this, there are no incidents at your location.
We run a
So that's a
tight
good
shift
thing.
over there.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing, not even an
No, it's a beautiful space and people looking for
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful space and people in those neighborhood looking for nice, not because they live in that neighborhood, that doesn't mean they can't get nice event space. And that's
Oh,
what we provide for them. Beautiful space. So they take really good care of it. And it's majority of the time it's returning client or come by referral. So they take care of it.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I did want to mention before we take a vote with the committee, one of the things that Ms. Saunders had alluded to earlier is that we have a lot of support systems for our businesses. I'm not sure if either of you know that, Mr. Casamayor, as well, but we do support our businesses in a number of ways. And one of the ways that we do that is that we highlight, and we have something called a small business spotlight every month. So we pick out a number of businesses in the community where we actually highlight you guys. We highlight you as business owners. We have usually it's a photo, usually a sort of a story about your business, how you got started. It's a little personal, it's a little more personal profile, and something very unique about your business. Is generally, if it was a restaurant, it would be a picture of your signature dish. Obviously, if it's something that an event space or something like that, you can have a picture of your actual space and the size and all that kind of stuff. We put that all on the the media document, and it goes out to the community every month. I can send you guys, and I'll send you some samples of what we've done and what we continue to do every month. So we'd love to get the both of you on that, because I'm sure that the community would like to know who you are and all of that. The second thing is we also have a newsletter which we also put out once a month, which is it's a newsletter that actually is geared around small business. It has a lot of different types of things. It may be an announcement, maybe a story on it in the newsletter about a new location that opened, or it may be something that you guys may not know about, a new regulation that affects your business that you may not know. So we send those out, and that usually goes out monthly as well, just to kind of let you know.
Okay.
And then lastly, one of the things that our chair had alluded to is that we also do something called well, we've been doing this. It's more of a sort of a grand opening kind of thing, where if a new business opens up in the community, we take it upon ourselves as a commerce committee to really introduce them to the community, to ensure that they have the supportive services they need. Meaning, what does that simply mean? What does that look like? Meaning that the community knows who you are, right? And they know that you're there, so they can support you. Secondly, we invite all of our elected officials, the ones who are in your area, who help and support you in that as well. We also invite other agencies like the Small Business Services of New York, the Brooklyn Chamber, and they come in and with their people to also let you know that you do have supportive agencies that help support small business. So we pull all that together. Generally, it's on a day that the small business owner picks, he or she, and we do all of the legwork. We put the flyer together. We send all the letters out. We even invite the press as well to make sure that it's a big event, one that's one that's really get you guys off and running, so you have a strong footing. So that's kind of what
You
we
said
do.
that's the Small Business Expo, or is that the
No,
business networking?
those two events are different. This event here is a grand opening. We do grand openings for small businesses, is what I was saying. So
Am
if
I
you're a new
eligible
business
for a
in the
grand
community,
opening?
well, you have to have a location in order to do that. But you would be if you had a location, if you had a space or a venue that the community would be able, that you would have your services out, that you're providing services out of. Yeah, we would definitely make sure that we
No, in my
support that
business,
as
I
well.
rent space. I don't have a physical
Okay.
location. I rent space.
Okay. So we could, even with that situation, we could certainly help you with that. And I mean, if it's just letting the community know what you're there, yeah, we could probably help you with putting something together as well. But traditionally is generally when we do grand openings, it's usually because there's a physical business and that person's going to be in the community and they're part of the community and that kind of thing. So in your case, I know you're coming to Brooklyn and you're going to be having services here. So if you do rent a space that you want to sort of let the community know and you wanted a grand opening, let people know that you're there, we would absolutely help you with that. So that's not a problem. Okay. But I mentioned those services to you guys to let you know that you do have a lot of services in this community. And this Commerce Committee is very committed to making sure that we support you guys as long as you're being good neighbors, because you got to be a good neighbor too. Okay. Can't be a bad neighbor and then expect the support, because that doesn't work. But the idea is that we do that, and we're very, I think, very vigorous. We also we do on-site visits, by the way, and those are a bit more intimate, and we try to make sure that anything that you would need to support your business, whatever services we can maybe pull in some different agencies. If you have maybe you need a capital improvement loan, or you needed a grant, and there are all kinds of things that we help connect and facilitate and support our small businesses. Just to let you guys know, so you're not in this by yourself, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because small business
Can
owners
I
always
say
think,
something?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, I want to say this. Because I don't have a physical location, I think it will be a very smart idea if CBB 17 gathers up all the small businesses like me, and then all the small businesses could come together to maybe rent out a space for maybe like 2 or 3 hours, depending on how long your grand openings traditionally are. we can just like rent a space for that amount of time, and you can like invite your press and stuff, like how you said. And I think that would be good for us, at least for people where they know they don't really have a physical location. They just have like a virtual office like I do, or maybe an online website like I do. I think that's something you should like maybe talk to your small businesses about, and we could just rent out like a cheap place and just do it there.
Okay. I mean that is something that we could talk about in our with Commerce Committee. So I'm not opposed to that. I think that's a good idea. But thank
Yes,
you so
please
much
do.
for
Please let me know how that goes
yeah,
out.
I will absolutely let you know, Ms. Guest. Thank you so much for that. So with that being said, I just wanted to
Hassan?
yes, sir.
Yeah, can I just say something to Ms.
Sure you can.
Guest? Yes, Ms. Guest, I understand exactly what you're saying, but also you could take advantage of the small business network. That's we are planning, so you could bring your information there, and you could network with the other businesses, and the community will be there too. So you could bring that would be one way to introduce yourself to the community.
Minus, a subtract.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly.
thank you. I did plan to go to the Small Business Expo and the Business Networking Expo, but
Awesome.
he just like literally told me that those were two different events. So
They
that's
are.
the only that's the only reason why I felt like that might not be appropriate after
Right.
Mr. Hussein just said that he considers that two different events and that's how he wanted to divide it up. So it's not that
Right.
I'm not going. He just said he wanted it to be different.
Yeah, no, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew you were welcome to come to the Small Business Network, because I
Yes,
didn't
I know.
hear you
Thank
say
you.
you were coming before.
Yes, I
Right.
know. That's okay. I will come. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, thank you again, Ms. Guest. I appreciate that.
Yes,
And thanks,
thank you for
George.
having me.
Sure. Okay, great. I see that we were joined by one other person, Miss Melissa Judd. Miss Judd, are you representing any business, or you're just on the committee?
I'm just, do you have to be on the committee to be on this call?
No, you don't. No,
Oh yeah,
absolutely
I'm
not.
just part of the community.
Okay, good. All right.
Looking to
Thank
join
you.
the yeah, all right, yeah,
Okay,
just looking to
great.
join. We'll see.
I just wanted, yeah, because we try to do is make sure that we have everybody identify when you come in, just for the record, that kind of thing. So that's fine. And
Sorry
thank you
for
and
being
welcome
late.
for being here. No, don't worry about it. It's quite all right. Thank you for being here, by the way. So with that being said, since yes, who's that?
Khadijah.
Hey, Khadijah, how are you?
I'm fine. I just have a quick question because I don't think it was specified.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
Clarkson Law, what are they requesting? Is it for a liquor license or a wine and beer?
It's a renewal for a liquor license. I had it since
Okay.
2019, so it's a renewal.
Okay.
Sorry, I did not mention that. I apologize, guys. I thought I mentioned that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
apologize.
renewal.
Yeah. And for Casamajor, for Mr. Casamajor, his is a beer and wine, and he's also a renewal. Also, apologies. I thought I could have swore I did that, but maybe I'm sorry, Khadijah. Apologies. Okay. Any last questions before the committee takes a vote? Because I do believe that we now have quorum, and I can ask to confirm that. But I think we
Hassan,
do. Yes, sir.
yeah, clarification. Mr. Casamajor, I think it's the agenda says liquor. You said beer and wine, but the agenda says liquor.
No, his is beer and wine. Shouldn't say liquor. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely beer and
It
wine.
says liquor, wine, beer, and cider. Major manner, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. His paper says beer, wine. Right, right. So that was an error. Here his license. That's a good thing. Okay. So just for the record, it is beer,
Yeah, so when
wine, and cider.
Yeah.
Sorry, George, you said something?
you just clarify what I was going to ask.
Okay. Good. All right. Just want to make sure.
This
Okay.
is
So,
for
Farah,
I'm sorry.
yes.
I just want to interject. We're talking about a major manor, right?
Yes.
Okay, because the application I'm seeing in front of me is for liquor, wine, beer, and cider. It's everything.
Hang on a minute.
Somebody messed up.
Right.
Let me send you a screenshot. Give me 1 second.
Hassan. Does that mean Hassan? Does that mean they have to do the paperwork over again?
No, no. If I want to make sure that the paperwork that we have is correct paperwork, because that's
Yes.
that's
Well,
that's
said
what
one
is
thing.
submitted to SLA. So give me a
Does that
second.
have to be corrected?
And we don't know yet. Just give us. And Farah is going to put that up.
Mm-hmm.
I texted it to you.
You did?
Check your phone, please.
Okay. Hang on a second. Do that. Sorry, guys. I apologize. But we got to get this right. So just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, no problem.
Definitely.
Yeah, we got to get this right.
Question though is, being
All
that
right.
it's a renewal, I didn't have a full license before. Would that be like affected, or just curious?
You gotta correct the paperwork.
Okay.
Okay. So you're here. And it say. Hang on a minute. Yeah, he actually, yeah. Oh, okay, so the paperwork does say that you have a liquor, wine, beer, and cider. So you have a full license. There you go. Yep. There you go.
Correct that.
So the license, no, the paperwork that he submitted to SLA, which is what he's submitting, that's
Not a renewal then.
submitted something else. Huh?
It
Yeah,
wouldn't be a
according
renewal.
to
It would
this,
be a brand new.
this
That would be brand new.
definitely a renewal.
Because his original
The paper,
is not hacked. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Paper
can't
was
see the
messed up.
original. What I can see is it's a
He said
renewal,
it was
right?
just beer and wine. Beer and wine. He said
Yeah.
it. Beer and wine. That's it.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I'm just reading what is being sent over. So this is something that goes to the SLA. Okay. This is what they what the business owner provides the SLA, and the SLA does their due diligence to submit it to the community board. So I mean, we could check this just as a
Let him finish what he's saying so we could hear what he's saying, and then you can make a comment, please.
Hassan, is it possible that they were just not aware that they had a liquor license and they just thought it was wine and beer?
No. I mean, he obviously had a liquor license, so that wasn't contention. I think his thing is that he's saying that he had a one type of license, which was a beer, wine, and cider, right? And not a full liquor license, which is liquor, beer, wine, cider. So that's what he said. He said he had one, but the paperwork says he has a full liquor license, or he's applying for a full liquor license,
When
which
he
is
said
what
the
it's saying here.
paperwork from the SLA says he has a full
Yes.
liquor license.
Right,
So then,
and it's a renewal. It actually does say that.
Yeah, so what Kadisha is asking, I think that makes sense. He may not be aware that he had a full liquor license,
He
right?
may not
Because we
be
have to
aware.
go, like I said, we have to go by what the SLA, what the SLA has on the record.
Hang on a second. George. Hang on a second, Marguerite.
We need to check what the SLA has on the record.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and that was what I was going to do as well. So we need to make sure that we do that. So that shouldn't be a problem.
License with me now, so I could probably just check. But I think it's
Yeah.
definitely for
But you,
sure marijuana because of the place of worship across the street. I remember I was told the only way to get a full license was to get permission from the pastor of that church.
mm-hmm.
So that's how I know for sure it's not a full.
So what came over to us is for a full and for renewal. So that's what it says.
Okay. Okay, so it might be a discrepancy with the because I have a representative that does filing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a discrepancy with them.
So you're you that's something that but I need to check the SLA website anyway, just to make sure what the SLA has on record for you.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Okay. So with that being said, I can do that, but the problem with that is that we would not be able to have the committee would not be able to vote until we resolve that issue, right? And if the committee doesn't vote tonight, then that means you can't really come before the full board tomorrow for the final vote. Does that make sense? Because we just need to get this issue taken care of.
Okay, so regardless of the fact the paperwork got to get redone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not saying that. What I'm saying is we have to verify the information that the SLA has, right, on record, okay, and what they have, because they are the final arbiters of your license, whether irrespective of what we decide as a board, as a community board, even a commerce committee. They make the final determination. They may make the determination, that yeah, you do have a full liquor license, and this is what you're applying for, and this is what they decide to say yay. We just need to verify what's on record. I just can't do that at present because we have our meeting.
Okay.
So that's does that make sense?
Yes. So is that something that I would
Okay.
know by like tonight or tomorrow, just so I can know if I have to attend tomorrow night? Right.
Right. So but my point is, in order for you to be able to attend tomorrow night, we would need to have that information like right now.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a two-step process. You come before the Commerce Committee tonight, and then you would go before our board. If we voted in favor of you going ahead with the board, we would be able to do that as well. All right. So we need to verify that because I can't do that this second.
So, excuse me, I can do it while the meeting is going on. I can just go on the site and try to find out. If that would
Okay.
help.
Well, you want to do that? Yeah, you
If
can do
that
that.
helps,
If you take a
I can
look.
do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
I
a
need-
Major
exact
Manor
address?
LLC, and his address is 4613 Church Avenue.
4613 Church Avenue?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll see if
Brooklyn,
I can-
New York, 11203. Okay.
Okay, I'll try to do that now while we're here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. All right. So then, in the interim, we're going to move on. Just hang out, Mr. Castle-Major, and we'll go ahead and move on with the vote for Miss Karina at Loft. Okay. So I guess my question to Farah,
Yes.
do we have quorum? I believe we do.
Turn that down, Mouse.
Yeah, it looks like quorum.
Oh, looks like we do have quorum. I'm looking at it now
Yeah, we have-
myself. Okay, great. So so can we take a quick vote, ladies and gentlemen? And this is for just the Commerce Committee members, not for any visitors who are here. Just the Commerce Committee official members, okay? We'll be taking a vote, and you'll be voting either yes for a recommendation for the business to go before our community board meeting tomorrow night, whereby the full community board would make the vote as well and make the recommendation to move forward as well, and a recommendation letter to be moving forward to the SLA. So, or you be voting no, etc. Right? So it's really, or you can abstain. So either or, you can do yes, no, or abstain. Okay. So let's go down the list. I'll start with Adele.
All right, which one are we voting for again?
Clarkson Loft.
Yes.
Right. Bree.
Yes.
All righty. Ms. Saunders.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Deidre. And Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year. Yes, I vote yes.
Okay, great. George Tate.
Yes.
All righty. Khadija.
Yes.
All righty. Marguerite. Oh, she's off doing her thing. Marguerite, if you.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yes.
All righty, great.
Yeah.
And Sonia. Sonia, if you're there. I'll come back to Sonia. Maybe she's having problems. Tawa.
Yes.
All righty, and I'll say yes for myself. And Sonia, one more time. Are you there? Or maybe you are having problems hearing us. Sonia going once. Sonia going twice. Okay. All righty. So we'll tally those votes up as well. And Sonia, I just want to let you know we are voting for sorry, Miss hang on a second, sorry about that. My screen went blank completely. Holy
Clarkson.
crap.
Clarkson.
Yeah, Clarkson Loft.
Clarkson Loft.
My screen went completely blank. That was weird. Yeah, so Clarkson
You went
Loft.
blank too.
No. I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, what is happening? So yes. So Sonia, are you there? Okay, let's move on. So if you could tally up those votes, if you don't mind, Farah, that would be great.
I have it
And
ready right
then,
over here.
okay, great. And
Okay.
if you want to give it to us now, go ahead, and then I'll move on to Marguerite.
Okay, great. So for Clarkson Loft, we have 9 yeses, 0 nos, and 0 abstentions. And if Ms. Clark ever chimes in, we'll take her vote from there. So it passes unanimously.
Okay, great. Awesome. And so now, Marguerite, have you found out any additional information about Major
I'm
Manor?
trying. I'm on the site, but it's very slow.
Okay.
So I'm trying to zoom in on the address, but it's not moving yet.
Okay. No problem. All right. Okay, so with that being said, what I will do, so I don't hold Clarkson Loft, Miss Karina, any longer than she needs to be this evening. Miss Karina, thank you so much for being on tonight and presenting your business. What we'd like for you to do, and the next step in the process of this whole thing, is that we invite you to come out to our general board meeting that the chair had alluded to earlier. It's going to be at 395 Lenox Road at SUNY Downstate in the auditorium. And then you'll be asked, I will ask you to present your business again before the full board, the community board. And you'll have a lot of the same questions. Unfortunately, it's just part of the process. But just hang in there, okay? And then we'll take a vote. And then if that goes okay, we'll send out a letter on your behalf if it goes away, if they go yes, okay? So I will see you tomorrow evening. The meeting starts 7 p.m. We can send you an agenda. Farah will get an agenda out to you also, so you can kind of gauge when you should be there, because our meetings sometimes run a little long.
And I'm coming from New Jersey, so
yeah, and so just hang in there though. And I'll try to make an appeal to our chair, who's on the line still, to see if we can kind of hurry things up. Sometimes things happen and it's just the way it is, but just hang in there. But if you gauge when, I think
Mr. Chair, just for the record,
yes, sir.
the wine and liquor license are first on the agenda. The bylaws is going to take forever.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you. So
And
yes,
that's
ma'am.
mentioned was
This
unanimous.
sums it up in a nutshell, right?
Yes, exactly. There you go. So that comes from us here. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Karina. Thank you for being on.
Thank
You don't have
you.
to stay on any longer.
Thank you guys, and have a great night.
Yes, you too. You too. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Okay,
Great.
Hassan,
So
I got it. I got
yes,
it.
ma'am. So what was the final
Okay,
verdict?
so it says on premises wine. That's the way I don't know what that means. But so I guess that means it's not a full liquor license because I think it would say on premises liquor.
Yep.
But so it's on premises wine. So, but that expired in May of 2025. So how is it a renewal if it already expired?
Are you? And that's what it's actually saying to you? Because I'm.
Yes, so it's inactive.
So it's showing you an inactive license.
Right. So
Hang on a minute. Does that make sense to you, Mr. Casamayor? Does that make
Yes,
sense to you, sir?
that is correct. So that's why when you said about the noise complaint in July, that's why I said we weren't operating in the summertime.
right, so you can't renew it if it's already expired. You have to reapply for a new license.
That's not what the representative that handles like the application for me said. It said I can renew it, and then SLA would charge me a late fee based on how many months I've been like it's been late for. The renewal been late for.
I never heard of that.
Okay. So all right. This is getting a little bit crazy. Okay. So let me ask you a question, sir.
Sure.
So what you're saying is you had a liquor license, right?
Yeah.
Your liquor license expired.
Yeah.
You're saying it would according to the record, SLA says it expired in May. Is that what you're saying, Marguerite? By
Yes.
the way.
Yeah, it says May 25th.
Okay. Okay. So there hasn't been. So you haven't had a liquor license the 25th. Okay. Great.
Correct.
So now you're applying for a liquor license, right? Or you're applying for a new license, but you're applying for beer, wine, and cider.
The same kind
right?
of license, yeah.
Right. But the paperwork doesn't reflect that, is what we're saying. The
Wait,
paperwork
Hassan,
reflects.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Chair. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can I just give an input for a minute if you don't mind?
Sure, you can.
I am a little bit confused with the board. Not with the board, with the organization, the business, because I felt I strongly feel that that's something that should have been stated to us from the jump start, that there's an issue, and I feel vulnerable. I feel like the board is vulnerable at this juncture, right? And I'm not sure if I would want to put my signature onto misleading information, right? So I would say that Mr. Casamayor, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, that I need something in writing. I need something in writing to state very clearly what happened with your license, what SLA is, an email, something that states that this is a renewal, as to why your license was suspended for 7 or 8 months. Whatever the reason was, right? Is it because you whatever?
Can I interject?
I mean, hold on, one second. It's now 8:30, and I don't really want to take up much more time of Chair Bakr-Dean's meeting, but I also feel very strongly that you had about 15 minutes, because I heard pretty much the whole presentation, to have that discussion, and you did not.
I mean, I didn't. So to be clear, there was never any issues when it was supposed to be renewed. There was a renewal that was supposed to be done. I just never renewed it. Because it was.
I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Somebody's.
Yeah, somebody needs to mute. Please mute yourself, please, while we're having this conversation. Go ahead, Mr. Casamayor.
Yeah. So the renewal came about. I got emails to renew. I just decided not to renew. Because at the time, me and my father were deciding if we're going to continue on the business, what we're going to do, which way we're going with the business. So this is why when he said there was a noise complaint in July. I was like, that's not possible because we weren't operating during that time. So now we decided to do like
But I mean,
renovation.
going back to that, but you didn't even state that
So,
when it
but
came
like,
up.
there,
Hold
but
on,
like
hold
there
on,
was.
Mr. Casamajor. When Chair Bakardine read the police report, you even had that opportunity to state that you were not in business at that time.
I did say that. I did say that's pretty weird because we weren't operating around at that time. I said that. I did say that.
I don't remember. You may have said that. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And,
I don't remember it either.
can
But
I say
let's.
something because
But
it
hang on.
seems like everyone is not
Hang on.
listening.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Everybody just stop for 1 second. Hang on. All right. Hang on 1 second. So I don't want Mr. Casamajor to feel that we're ganging on him. That's not what the whole thing is about. What it is about is making sure that the paperwork that is submitted, right, is consistent with what you present to this committee. Because we are making sure that when we take a vote, we're saying to ourselves that yes, we have vetted all the information. What you're saying is consistent with what you presented with us. The
Yes.
paperwork matches with what you're saying. And now we're moving you on to the next phase, which is putting you before our board, right? Which is, and I'm glad the chair was on because that's the second piece of our sort of process. And what comes up out of that meeting when you come before the board, one of the first questions that they ask me is, what did the committee say and what was their vote, right? And that says a lot about, because now they know that we've done our due diligence, and I think we're a good committee, as you can see, because we want to make sure that anybody who's coming before us and opening up anything in our community, that everything is consistent and lines up properly. Now, it could be just a simple mistake, right? So what I think should happen, and I think this is a good segue into this, is I would love to be able to have a further conversation about this, not now, because I think there's a bit more investigation. You can even bring your representative as well, so we can get all this hashed out. And perhaps rather than bring you before the board and have them go through all that and subject you to all of the questions that you're being asked tonight, and then have them make a decision based upon just what's happening, and it might just only be an oversight. I want to make sure that you have the best chance possible when we put you before the board, because they vote and they move you on in the next process to the SLA.
Okay.
So all right, so let's have the conversation offline, and we can do that at another time. I won't hold you anymore this evening. I can reach back out to you tomorrow, so we can have a further conversation, and we'll pull together and see how we can do this moving forward. But we won't have you, because we have all these questions, we won't have you come before the full board tomorrow night. I think that's unfair to the board, and I definitely think it's unfair to you because it doesn't give you put you in a very good light. Okay,
I mean,
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But can I just say just one thing? Like,
You can say it has to be a closing argument. It has to be a closing
it's gonna be a
statement.
closing. I just want to just say my piece, and
Yes, sir.
I promise I'll make it quick. So
Okay.
like I said, I mean, when you did mention the complaint, I did address that we weren't operating.
Okay.
And like when I did the application, the renewal, like I said, I hired like, I don't know if they call them like a broker or consultant, but they handle like the licensing stuff. So they do the application for me. They
Yes, sir.
ask me for my credentials. So I'm not sure if they filed it incorrectly. I just don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to do anything like shady or anything.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I completely agree, and I think this might be just a case of that. So the rather than, like I said, let's get it all worked out, and rather than have you come before the board, let's get the paperwork and all that stuff worked out first. So when you come before us next month, which is when we'll have you back, it'll be in a position where we've got all the questions answered, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. All right. So I won't hold you anymore because I know this has been a long process. But thank you so much for being here tonight and going through this exercise. I will absolutely reach back out to you and we'll have the conversation. Okay.
All right, no problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. All right, and committee members, thank you for that, Mr. Casamajor. You don't have to stay on anymore, so you can go ahead and log off. So we have a few other things tonight as well. But committee members, thank you so much for going through this. Oh, I think he's still on. Mr. Casamajor, you can log off, sir. Completely log off. Okay, you don't have to be on anymore. but thank you guys for that, and I will make sure that I follow up with him to have him come before our committee, because I don't think that's, it might have just been a harmless thing, but then thank you, Marguerite, for taking the lead on that and trying to sort of solve and work it out. What was happening with my computer is that it's running so slow, and actually twice now I've lost my screen. So I didn't trust the fact that I could do it now with any certainty. So that's why I didn't do it now. But thank you
Have a nice
for
night,
that.
guys. Then Yolenda's go. Have a nice night.
No. Well, you can go, Miss Guest. You don't have to, but you can go if you'd like. It's okay. All right. And hopefully you'll be on you'll come to our community board meeting tomorrow. Okay, great. Any questions, guys, on that? Anything? I know that was I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate all of the and this is why I enjoy having everybody, and having the committee so committed to making sure that everything is in the correct place. I appreciate that. I just want to also make sure that our our business owners don't always also feel beat up when they leave here. But I think he kind of got it just seemed like there was some discrepancy there. So we'll get that worked out and have him come next month. I just think it makes sense. Okay, great. I think that was so those are the only two that we had for this evening. I'll do a last call just to make sure and I already know what the answer is, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to just for the record. Are there any representatives for Woolsey LLC? No. Okay. Island Suite 4112 LLC? No. Okay. And let's see. Island Seas Lounge LLC? Nope. And lastly, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay, great. So none of those other businesses are on here. All right, now.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
I forget, what did we decide to do when they don't show up at the commerce meeting?
Yeah,
Are we again writing a letter to the SLA,
yes.
or are we giving them another chance to appear? What do we decide?
Okay, so we did this, we talked about this. So two things that we would do. First, we absolutely need to write a letter to the SLA letting them know that the business owner did not show up to the meeting. Okay, and it is important for the businesses to go through this process. We're not sure why they showed up. I don't know, but that's the first thing. That's going to go out automatically anyway, because we have to get into the habit of letting the SLA know it is part of the process for them, for these businesses to come before us, right? And when that happens and we don't send a letter right away indicating that these businesses did not, no matter what the issue was, we can just say they just didn't show up. We don't know, but the idea is that we have to make sure that we do our due diligence to let them know that this business did not show up. The second thing is we'll send a letter. I think it was a little vague on that. I said I was going to make a call to the business to find out what happened, to see, and then based upon their response, we would send a letter as well, just documenting, saying, hey, you didn't show up for this meeting, for your liquor license, blah, blah, blah. At that point, what we can do is, sometimes things happen, right? We can invite them to come in next month, because that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Or if they don't respond, a second letter will go out to the SLA indicating we contacted the business owner. He or she did not respond. Okay, they did not go through the process. Okay, and that based upon that, we can't recommend them for their liquor license, the renewal of the liquor license or the new liquor license, whatever it is, because they did not go through the process. Okay, so I think that helps us. We have to continue to do our due diligence and make sure that we cover all of our bases, because the process is the process. Does that make sense?
And because in the past, they've bypassed us.
Right, and they have.
Completely for renewal, so they, some of these people that haven't showed up tonight may be used to that, because in the past they didn't have to come.
Right. So whatever the situation was, I'm not really necessarily concerned so much with the past. What I am concerned with is how we move forward in the future. But we have not, and as a committee, and I have to say this on the record, as a committee, and it's not your responsibility, committee members, it's mine, that we did not do that second step to let the SLA know, right? And then notify the small business owner as well, you know. We're going to be doing more diligence. I'll do diligence this year because we need to get on that, and our business owners need to know when this is the process. And there are no skips. You know, when you go get your license, just like you go a driver's license, you got to go through steps, okay? And if you're renewing it, you have to check all the boxes and dot all the I's and all of that. And if you don't do that, if you do all of that and then you don't pay your renewal fee, whatever that is, you don't get your license, right? So I mean, it's the same thing here. So these are all part of the process. So that's what I think. Just for the record, that's where we are. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Can I
Good.
say something? Because
Yeah.
I think
You can.
where we
Sure.
can get people to be discouraged is how we address them and saying certain things, because that whole misunderstanding or assuming that he did this and he didn't do this was very off-putting. And I'm just saying, in general, like, we can't be sitting here putting in the notes and making comments like, oh, no vote tonight, churches across the street. We can't be so aggressive. People are not going to want to come to us or look for us to help them or do partnership when we are coming at them aggressively and not trying to explain the process. And then also, it also looks bad on us as a committee that we didn't do our due diligence prior to this to rectify some of this stuff, because a lot of this could have been rectified prior to this meeting. So we have to be very mindful of how we talk to these businesses and to people in general, because we want them to come to us, but if we are not being approachable, they're not going to go and they're just going to keep on skipping. And this is why we have the issue that we're having now.
Well, I support everything you said, Khadijah. I do. I think it's important for us. That's why I made the statement that I made about our small business owners feeling like they just got verbally beat up by coming to one of our meetings. That's not what we do. We are, well, yes, in our due diligence, we should be serious and committed to making sure that this process is followed, and we've done all the things we do, but we need to do it in a manner that is respectful and not as aggressive. Sometimes I think we get a little bit overzealous, and I think the chair sometimes he was on this evening, and I know he mentioned what he mentioned, and it may have seemed a bit much. It was overwhelming for the young man. So that's why I sort of stopped it, because I thought it was going way left, and it shouldn't have been. So yeah, but I agree with you on that. I do. So we need to be able to understand and temper our comments a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
As well.
Hassan,
Yes,
my
sir.
hands has been up for a while.
Oh,
But
yeah.
as you
Sorry,
will see,
George.
yeah,
Yeah.
so people don't talk, but I'm glad that Kadisha came in front, because I agree with what she said, that we have to be careful how he was a little, I could see he was a little upset because he did say that he did not operate in the summer. He was not operating. So when Mr. Daly brought that up, that, he should have said that before, I could see his reaction, because it's like you calling me a liar.
Yes.
Type of thing.
Yes.
But he did, and if you speak to him, I wanted the record that he did mention that. That in July he was not in operation. He was not in operation in the summer. So we do have to be a little careful. Yes, we could not vote. I agree, and that's why I brought up the point, the discrepancy with with the liquor license being full liquor versus wine and beer.
Right.
But we do have a little, be a little careful when it comes to that, because I could see he brought that point again that he said, I did mention that, which he
Right.
did. And
Right.
I know on a personal basis that if someone said, if I said something and someone tell me I didn't say it, and like I feel
Right.
like someone you calling me a liar,
Right.
I
Right.
know I'm going to get aggravated, and I from his demeanor after that, I could see he was very down and upset
Yeah.
that he said that, and they said that he did not say.
Right, absolutely, and I completely agree. So you're very well put for both Khadija and George. I appreciate that. You know, and that's why, like I said, I sort of took the conversation from what was
Yeah.
happening and stopped it and made sure that we, you know, we kind of tempered things down a little bit. So I agree with you 100%. So, but like I said, we want to make sure that we are respectful and courteous to our small business owners. We don't beat up on them. We can be proactive and we can be consistent. We just have to make sure that, you know, people are human beings as well. I don't remember hearing that he said he didn't operate. I never said that he didn't say it. I said I didn't hear it. You know,
Yeah.
but my thing is, you know, again, if somebody said to me that they made the innuendo that I didn't say it, and I know I did. First thing is
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my back up against the wall, and I'm gonna be upset. You know, so I get it. I definitely get it. So thank you guys for that.
Because
Yeah.
he did say, was that in July? Because in July we were not in operation. That's what he said.
Right,
You
right.
know, when
Okay.
we did not operate for the summer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I didn't want to beat that horse any longer. I just wanted to
Yeah.
mention that, and thank you guys for bringing that up, both Khadijah and George, as well.
Adele's hand is,
Sorry.
Adele's hand is up. Just to let you
Oh,
know.
Adele, you have yes, ma'am. You had something that you wanted to say?
Yes, about the young man, I was going to say that he was very forthcoming. He did correct it because he said he hired a broker. So most likely that messed up the paperwork.
Could have been, yeah. But either way, I mean, we could speculate. I like to get the facts, so that's why having the conversation with him and his broker makes sense to do. So yeah, but I agree with you. I agree. Could have just been an error, paperwork error. That happens. You know.
Correctly submitted very fast.
Yeah. Listen, human beings. What human beings? Human beings make errors all the time. It's just what happens. But we need to. Either way, I'm glad we are doing our due diligence. We just have to make sure that we're a bit softer in our approach. That's all. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to move off of that and see if we can move to. I think since we don't have any other additional licenses this evening, and I know we're coming up on towards the end of our evening. I did want to mention. Hang on a second. Let me just pull up the agenda again. Man, my screen, I tell you, I got to get a new computer because this is just driving me absolutely nuts. My complaint just blinks out, guys. Just sorry, you can't see it, but it just blinks out, and I don't have anything on my screen at all. And it's frustrating as all get out.
Hassan, is it your shirt?
Okay.
Your sound is messing up again.
And I say that again.
Your sound is popping in and out.
Oh, my sound is popping in and out too. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can just get through this. All right. So so where we are in our agenda, are there any unfinished business, ladies and gentlemen? Any unfinished business? Any unfinished business going once? Any unfinished business going twice? Okay, no unfinished business.
Yes.
Yes. Is it unfinished business? Okay. Yes.
Yes. We're going to do a walkthrough again on Church Avenue in Utica.
Yes. So that's I mentioned that before you came in. We were looking to try and squeeze it in this month, and then they told me about Hazel not because we were talking about doing a walkthrough for Clarendon Road and for I think also Church Avenue and Utica Avenue also. So we still need to do those. So I would like to just go ahead and just set those up, and anyone who is interested in attending, please respond when we send out the email. Hey, I'd like to be in, and we'll go from there. Okay. So we'll do that. Okay. All right. So but just to let you know, I'm going to try and squeeze one in, at the very least one in before the month is out. But if it doesn't happen, it'll probably be the first week of February. Is that okay?
If it doesn't snow, yes.
Right. Well, yeah. Ideally, weather permitting, hopefully it'll be in the 40s and not in the teens or single digits like it is tonight. So yeah. Okay. Great. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. So since there is no additional information and no additional unfinished business, I would like to ask someone from our committee, would be so kind, to ask for an adjournment for our committee. Can someone make a motion to adjourn our meeting this evening? Okay, go ahead. Adele, you were first. Go ahead.
I said at 8:49.
8:49 what?
To adjourn the meeting.
Okay, so you're making a motion to adjourn our meeting at 8:49. Is that what you're doing, Adele?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And is there a second?
I'll second, Marguerite.
All right, thank you very much. So just before you guys go, the subcommittee members, please, I will be sending you guys two things. One, an email and a text for us to get together. I'm hoping that we could have our meeting, if it's okay, and you can respond when you get the text and or email. I think in the past we've had our meetings on Sunday. I would love to see if we could squeeze one in this Sunday, which is the 25th, perhaps at 6:30 or 7 p.m. Just throwing that out there. All right, and it'll be virtual. It's not good. What, George?
No.
Oh,
the
Lord,
25th
have
is not
mercy.
good.
What time?
25th is not good. The 25th isn't good for George. Okay, so I'll pick that date, and then I'll pick some others, and then we can see. Because I know Sundays were good for everybody. At least most of the committee members who showed up, Sunday seemed to be a good evening. So I'll pick some dates, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Because we got to get some stuff done. We have to complete, since we're pushing our Small Business Expo back into February. We have to do that, and then we also have to start getting our business networking breakfast piece together as well. So there's a lot of work, and then right after that, right after those two events, we're starting to work on our Sumptuous Sampler event, which will be in June, because it'll be here before you know it, and East Flatbush Restaurant Week as well. And I believe we were going to try and do a small sort of young entrepreneurs thing. So we got a lot of stuff that happens between now and then. So I just wanted to mention that. All right. So I'll send out the email and the text for the people who are on the small, the subcommittee. Okay. And you know who you are because you've been on the subcommittee for a while. All right. So I'll let you guys go. Have a wonderful evening. Welcome back, everybody. And I'm looking for everybody to have a very productive year. Okay. All right. And have a wonderful evening, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.